Hey YouTube, Jim Miller here again, helping you find and keep the love of your life. If you're getting value from the channel, I ask you to please like the video and subscribe down below. Also click the bell notification. You'll be notified whenever I put up new videos, which right now I'm doing on a daily basis. Let me get into the meat of this situation here. I'm still in my Getting Your Ex Back series. And I got a question here from somebody who wrote to me and said, my ex wants to be friends. Is that okay? What should I do? My first question in a situation like this is to examine your motives. What are your motives? Are you hoping that maybe you can slip back in, that you can kind of slip back in by being around them, that you can show them again what a great person you are, kind of as a covert way of trying to get things back together? That happens, but usually it backfires. Quite often it backfires. A lot of times, during a breakup, one person generally does the breakup and the other one gets broken up with. You usually have somebody who's a lot more hurt than the other one. And quite often the person that did the breaking up might feel kind of guilty and might want to try and maintain a friendship. It's something I've never really been able to do. But some people can. I've seen it happen successfully, but not often. And a lot of times the person that is hurting more will want to try and maintain that friendship because it's their way to stay in touch with their ex. It's their way to stay in touch and to stay in their mind, to stay in their thoughts. And you find yourself doing all kinds of nice things for them and just being this great friend going over and above, trying to win them back. And oftentimes, like I say, it is a way for the other person to wean themselves off of you. They're used to you being there every day. They're used to you being around. And now you're not. So, they still get to touch base with you. They still get to be around you. They still get to see you and hear from you and whatnot like that, as they can slowly but surely back away. This is quite often what happens. I know my last breakup, I remember my ex reached out to me, and it was nice, I was cordial, but I basically said, listen, I appreciate you reaching out, but I just can't do friends right now. It's just not where I'm at. Maybe somewhere down the road in the future. But it's not something that I could do. I wasn't comfortable with it. Because it's painful to be around someone that you love and you can't have them. They just want to maintain a friendship. So you have to be very careful in a situation like this. Again, pay attention to what your motivation is. I mean, if you really just, if you're done with the relationship and you really just like the person, you want to be friends, I say go for it. But if you're hurting and you're hoping that you can get them back, this is not a tactic I would recommend. So you may just have to say, listen, I just can't do it right now. You don't have to say, I'm so hurt, I'm devastated, it tears me up. You can just say, I just can't do it right now. I'm sorry. And I think that's enough. You don't have to explain it. And if they can't accept that, then you may have to explain it a little further. But for the most part, that should suffice. Again, I have seen this work a few times in the past. A lot of times with a relationship that hasn't been going on for very long, maybe a couple of weeks that people were dating or kind of in a relationship, or maybe a month and a half, 2 months. But, in a long-term relationship, a longer-term relationship, 6 months or more, usually the feelings are too raw, especially initially into the breakup, for someone to be able to be their friend. And again, if you're trying to win them back, there are other ways to win them back. The no contact rule, which we talk about, because they're used to hearing you, now all of a sudden they don't hear from you and they wonder how you're doing. They want to reach out and they want to talk to you. But if you just give that away, then you lose that advantage. But the bottom line is to take care of yourself. What works for you? What's best for you? I know, again, in my situation, it would be too hard to watch this person that I loved and I couldn't be with. That's tough. That's hard on people. So I just decided to opt out of it. If you're comfortable, I say go for it. Anyway, down below there's a link in the description of the video down below. 7 simple steps to get your ex back. It's a free ebook. Go ahead and click on the link and send me your email address. You can go ahead and get the email book or the ebook. And it won't answer all of your questions, but it kind of helps you, guide you. It'll give you some of the, especially if you're new in a breakup, it'll kind of give you an idea of where you need to go. And again, if you get value out of the channel, I ask you to please like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time, YouTube. Thanks, and have a great day.